case 5, okay, case 5, case 6, okay, baguhin ko yung approach ko dito sa 7, okay, all of this naman are characterized by finite queues. Okay? Pag sinabing finite queue, ibig sabihin, the system imposes a restriction on the number of customers allowed into the system. So, ibig sabihin, kapag sinabi ko na, oh, ang space ko, kasya lang, tatlong maghihintay. Okay? Tapos, dalawang sineserve, tatlong maghihintay, 5 lang ang kasya. So, ibig sabihin, hanggang 5 customers in the system ka lang. There's no way magkakaroon ka ng 6 customer or 7 customer. No way. That will never happen. Because you have set the maximum at 5. Okay? And kapag may darating na customer, 5 na yung nasa loob ng system, ibig sabihin, magbabulk sila. They will leave. They will not join the queue. Okay? And therefore, up to 5 lang talaga yung system mo. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng finite queue. And what's the difference between finite queue and infinite queue? Pag finite queue, you now have to calculate effective arrival rate, lambda E, effective arrival rate. So for finite queue models or systems, lambda E is calculated first before applying it into Little's formula. So kung ang Little formula mo, for example, is L is equal to LQ plus lambda over mu, okay? This is for infinite Q models, or L is equal to lambda times W, okay, for infinite Q models. Then for finite Q models, L becomes equal to LQ plus lambda E over mu. Computin nyo muna yung lambda E. Or L is equal to lambda E times W. Okay? So this one for finite Q models. Nakuha nyo, class? Nakuha nyo, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how to calculate lambda E? Lambda E is simply equal to the original arrival rate, okay, multiplied by the probability that the arriving customer will actually be able to enter the system. Take note, hindi lahat makakapasok kasi kapag puno na, hindi ka na makakapasok. So therefore, makahati na ngayon yung arrival rate mo. Yung arrival rate mo, a fraction of that will be able to enter and a fraction of that will not be able to enter. So yung fraction na hindi makakapag-enter is called PM. Probability yan of bulking. Okay? Yung M mo kasi, yan yung maximum number of customers allowed in the system. Okay? Ulitin ko. If only 5 customers are allowed in the system, then P5 is the probability that the next arriving customer will bulk. Okay? So yan yung probability na magbabulk kasi puno na eh. Pag puno na yung system, yan na yung fraction of the customers na hindi makakapasok. Naintindihan ba? So pag puno na yung room, okay, mako-compute na natin yung probability na mapupuno yung room, and therefore that probability is the fraction na yung mga darating na customers hindi na makakapasok. So again, lambda, this lambda here is divided into 2 groups. Yung mga nag-a-arrive na makakapasok at yung mga nag-a-arrive na hindi makakapasok. Okay? So may dalawang fraction ka na ngayon, di ba? So therefore, yung effective arrival rate mo is yung mga makakapasok lang, which is expressed as 1 minus PM. Okay? Since PM, yung fraction na hindi makakapasok at magbabulk, aalis, then 1 minus PM, yung fraction na makakapasok at magfo-fall in line. Okay? Kaya 1 minus PM times the original lambda will give you the effective lambda rate. And the effective lambda is the arrivals that are able to enter the system. So for case 1 to 4, when we use Little's formula, okay, when we use Little's formula, we always use lambda. Kasi lahat ng yung buong arrival rate, eventually makakapasok yan sa system mo. Kaya lambda ginagamit natin. Pero for case 5 to 7, where we have finite Q, may maximum, may limit, then lambda E lagi ang gagamitin natin. Okay? At binigay ko na yung formula ng lambda E. Okay? At yung definition ng PM. So, let's go to case 5. So, tingnan nyo ha. Case 5, pag nag-Kendall notation ako, is an MM1 system. So, very familiar. It's just like case 1, MM1. Tapos, GD, ang pinagkaiba lang is this one. Pag finite Q, may limit ito, may maximum number. Okay? So, pareho lang siya sa case 1 actually, yung case 5. Pero, infinite Q, yung case 1, pero case 5 is finite Q. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And just to give you an overview, case 6 naman is like case 2. Case 6 is like case 2. You have M, M, C. Okay? Tapos, GD, M ulit, infinity. So, anong difference niya sa case 2? Ito lang ulit. Infinite Q, pero dito, finite Q with multiple servers. Case 7 naman is a special case. Okay, lalagay ko dito ha. Case 7 is what we call a machine. Makinig kayo ng mabuti ha. This is very important. Machine servicing model. Lalagay ko lang ng parenthesis. Internal. Okay. Ano ba itong machine servicing model? So, let me give you a description. Basta ang isang system has machines. Like, for example, a factory. Meron kang machines sa factory. At meron kang maintenance team, tama ba? Na kapag nag-breakdown yung machine, yung maintenance team mo ang magda-diagnose, mag-a-analyze, at magre-repair ng machine. Tama ba? Nakakita na ba kayo ng mga factories na may mga machines? Nakakita naman kayo, di ba? And pag may machines ang isang factory, imposibleng walang technicians yan. Or imposibleng walang mga engineers or maintenance people yan. Kasi the machines would definitely break down at some time. And they would also need preventive maintenance if you've heard about it, di ba? So, imposibleng walang maintenance team yan. So, ito yung premise natin. If you have an enclosed system, meaning to say internal, may machines ka, kunyari, a factory has 10 machines. 10 machines, ha? Being monitored and serviced or repaired by a maintenance staff. Isa lang kunyari ang engineer mo doon. Okay? Or dalawa yung staff mo, dalawang engineers mo na pwede mag-repair. Then, you have what we call a machine servicing model. Kasi, within that factory, yung server mo is the maintenance people. Yung mga engineers, yun yung server mo. So if you have 2 engineers, dalawa yung servers mo. If you have 3 engineers, tatlo yung servers mo. So the people who will do the repair would be your servers. Okay? Hence, case 7 is an MM, puson arrival, puson service rate. And instead of C, pareho lang naman siya sa C. R ang ilalagay ko to stand for number of repairmen. Okay, number of repairmen. And since it's a machine servicing model, the number of repairmen is the number of servers. So pareho lang itong dalawa. Actually, yung C at saka yung R. Pareho lang yan. Okay? naging specific lang tayo dito sa machine servicing model na R siya, number of repairmen. So, balik ako sa example ko. If you have 10 machines and let's say you have 2 repairmen, then it's an MM2 model. This one is always GD. But this time, if you look at this one, I have K and K. Ano ba yung K? Yung K kasi, ito, okay, this one, is like your M. Yan yung maximum number of allowable customers in your system. Okay? Maximum allowable number of customers in your system. Listen, I want everyone to listen. Your system is your factory. Okay? Your factory. You have 10 machines. You have 10 machines. And if you are the repairman, if you are one of the 2 repairmen in that factory, okay, ikaw yung server. Okay, ikaw yung server. So may service rate ka. When you repair machines, meron kang tinatawag na service time at service rate. Tama? Because you are the server. Now, ano yung work na mag-a-arrive sa'yo? Sa tingin mo, ano yung work na mag-a-arrive sa'yo? If you are the server, working in that factory, that internal system, what will be arriving? What work will be arriving? Ha?
The machine.
Anong work ang kailangan mong gawin pag nag-arrive?
Mag-repair po.
Mag-repair. Pero, ano yung i-repair mo?
Yung machines po, sir.
Kailan ka kailangan mag-repair ng machines?
Kapag nag-breakdown po.
Kapag nag-breakdown. So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon ka lang ng work as a server or as a repairman if there are arriving broken machines. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
If there are arriving broken machines inside that factory, then magkakaroon ka ng work. Okay? Question. May maximum number of arriving machines ba ang i-accommodate ng system?
Meron po.
Ilan?
Yung number of machines. Kung
ilang machines meron ka sa factory, yun din yung maximum na i-allow mo sa loob ng system mo. Tama? Kung meron kang workstation or workshop where you are going to repair, yun lang ang i-allow mo. Tama? Hindi ka mag-entertain ng machines ng ibang factory or ng ibang customer. Tama?
Yes, sir.
And hence, that's why we call it an internal. Kasi yung machines lang na nasa loob ng factory or nasa loob ng workshop mo, yun lang yung i-accommodate mo. You will not accommodate any external requirements. Okay? So if you are tasked to repair or maintain machines inside the factory, then the maximum number, which is K, the maximum number of machines that will have to be repaired or that will be allowed into your system for repair is exactly the number of machines that you have. Okay? And that is your K. Kaya may restriction ka. Hanggang kung 10 yung machine sa factory, 10 lang yon. Okay? And dito, sa last part, bakit K rin yan? Kasi yung last part mo, yung pinaka-last mo is the calling source. Okay? Ano ba uli yung calling source? Di ba calling source is the source, the population source of your arriving units. Kung saan nanggagaling yung work, yung arrivals. Di ba? Saan nanggagaling yan? Saan population nanggagaling yan? Kapag hindi sinabi sa problem kung saan nanggagaling yan, ang assumption lagi natin is infinity. Kaya from case 1 to case 6, infinity yan eh. Infinity yan. Kasi we assume that arriving units come from anywhere. Okay? Wala ka rin restriction kung saan siya manggagaling. Kaya infinite yung calling source mo. Pero sa case 7, because this is a machine servicing model na internal, then yung mga i-allow mo sa system na i-repair mo also has a finite calling source. So this is the only queuing model with a finite calling source. So ibig sabihin nito, finite calling source. Okay? So again, naintindihan ba bakit finite yung calling source mo? Kasi yung calling source, kung saan manggagaling yung mga arriving broken machines eh. Saan manggagaling yung arriving broken machines?
From the factory.
From the factory. And hence, because it's from the factory alone, it's finite. Tama? Kung ilan lang yung machines na meron yung factory, yun din lang yung panggagalingan ng arrivals mo. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kaya, kung ano yung maximum number na i-allow mo sa system for the pair, yan din yung finite calling source value mo. Kasi pag sinabi mong finite ang calling source, pag sinabi mong finite, dapat alam mo kung ilan ang pwedeng panggalingan. Okay? So, in this case, in this machine servicing model, kung ano yung maximum na ina-allow mo sa system internally, yun din yung value ng finite calling source mo. So, kung 10 yung machines mo, 10 din yung calling source population mo. Is that clear? So, case 7 is a special case. Okay? R is just like C. K is just like M. Okay? Pero, ang difference sa case 7 is that internal ito and therefore, you have a finite calling source. And we call this a machine servicing model. Okay? So, mapapansin nyo, case 5, case 6, case 7, ang common sa kanila is may maximum allowable sa system. Kaya, lahat yan, lambda E, kailangan nyo i-calculate. Okay, so that summarizes case 5, 6, and 7.